Now we'll talk specifically about some fashion stuff. So here's a few examples I found, and then later we'll talk about what we're doing at FTSY. So something that's probably an obvious application is virtual fitting room, or being able to see what clothes look like on you without trying them on. So here's a piece of work by Toshiba where they've got some sort of setup where they can take a real-time depth image of someone and then fit a body model to that and then superimpose a new set of clothes on them and see what it looks like. So it looks like this. The person's here, but you can see what she sees is different clothing that she's wearing. Here's another example where there she is, but you can see the different outfits. She's got different trousers here. The way she's standing, I would say that maybe, it's still in prototype because it looks like she has to sort of stand in a quite rigid way for it to work. But you can see that things are progressing there. Again, like talking about automatically generating things or synthesizing things like we saw could be useful for generating fashion. So there's a few examples of that. Here's one where the input is the text description, and then it generates an image of what that outfit might look like. So here it says, for example, long sleeve, sheer ribbed, indigo, blah, blah, something. All right, I won't read that. It's got too many abbreviations. Short sleeve shirt, white crew neck collar, mixed graphic, font tones blue, and it's generated that automatically. So the face looks a bit creepy, but that's the outfit that it generated. And yeah. So the input is a description and the output is the image, which seems quite cool. Another example here where you can take one person and redress them lots of different ways based on text descriptions. So each row is one person. So you started, say, with one input image, and then each column is a different description. So this would be something like, a blue top and blue jeans. And then so been able to re-render that person realistically using different clothes like that. On the sort of data analysis, data analytics side, you can look at fashion trends using machine learning. So in this work, they were trying to forecast fashion trends. So they had a bunch of images of products from Amazon and also the sales data over time. And they found, groups of styles in that data set. So, these images don't look exactly the same, but they're considered in automatically some way to be the same style. And then you can look at how the sales went over time as a measure of popularity. And then so this is the history, and then when we get to the right of the dotted line, that's the prediction. And if you look, for example, here, the blue line is what really happened, and the green line is the prediction. So, the results aren't overly convincing, but you can see that it would be something that would be quite useful. A bigger experiment along those lines was this one that they called Street Style. And they took 100 million photos from Instagram and found the people in them and, tried to analyze the outfits that they were wearing. And they've got geographic information, and then they've got the time information as well. So you can see first they got all the images, and they found all the different style clusters in the data. So you can see that, each row here is a style cluster, as you can see. There are all these different styles, and then you can break it down by location as well. And there's a lot you can do with that, slicing and dicing it in different ways. So here's one example where they've plotted over time, there's time axis here, the popularity of different colors, people wearing different colors. So you can see black here is oscillating. Probably people wear black in winter, I guess. So there's seasonality in a lot of these things, colors, but there is also some trends. So you can see that purple is becoming less popular, and something like grey is becoming more popular over time.